Welcome everybody to another episode of Providence Lucha Talk. This is Luisito, and I'm here with Big Frank. I know Jay hasn't been, we haven't been active in all because work and stuff, but we definitely have to do WrestleMania, and
Let's go.
I know definitely Jay will do his predictions on Instagram, and we probably do ours too. We'll submit it too, but this is kind of like not on the fly, but also like it's a day or two before WrestleMania, and I think all the matches should be set. But yeah, definitely. Are you looking forward to WrestleMania?
To be honest with you, I do not know what to expect for WrestleMania this year. I just feel like since all the fans are back due to COVID and everything like that, I just feel as though it could either be the best show they put on or the worst show they put on. You just don't know with
Yeah,
WWE.
I think the like this weekend, it's gonna be crazy. I'll probably send you the link later on, but I saw that all the matches of for the other companies is gonna be crazy. Like I think tomorrow, I think tonight we're doing this Thursday. We have Impact. Tomorrow is Rampage. Then Saturday we have Stand and Deliver, which is NXT. We also have night one of WrestleMania. Then WrestleMania night two. But in between those, there's Ring of Honor is coming back for pay per view. I think we do an Impact, and let me see if I find it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's let's see. Yeah, so we have the multiverse matches as Impact. We have Lone Star, which is like a local Dallas show. We have Supercar Show of Honor. We have Joe Janela Spring Break. We have For the Culture, which is GCW. We have one that is from Mexico, and we also have ALA Fights. So we have probably like 6 or 7 shows going on during WrestleMania week. So
That's crazy. Hey, I don't knock them at all. They gotta make their money some way somehow, and
yeah,
just it's gonna be packed. And it's like WrestleMania time is definitely like a rolling loud for them. You know what I'm saying? So make as much money as possible for the other companies.
I
I don't
know.
see why it would hurt.
But we'll get into WrestleMania. There's gonna be a couple. I think it's a decent for what they have, the amount of people that they have, and the show that they gave us so far. I think it's okay. Years past, I know because of COVID stuff, I think they've tried a little harder to give us a better show, but we'll see what they do. But we'll give our predictions soon. Let's see. We'll start with night one. Um, so night one. So the first one we have is Charlotte for the SmackDown. Charlotte and Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Who do you got?
Ooh, this is tough. To be honest, I don't see Ronda Rousey winning this. I'm gonna give this to Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the same. If for me picking, I would give it to Charlotte, but I think because they want money and stuff, I think they might. I feel like they're rooting for Ronda, but
But that's
uh,
the question you gotta
yeah,
ask yourself. Honestly, do you want the
and
money or do you want? It's weird. It's just like, do you want to keep having that superstar status in your company like that? By all means, go around Ronda. But
yeah,
if you just want someone to keep that prestigious uh name to that title, the women's championship, I think it's Charlotte. So it just matters which route they want to go for. Honestly.
true. I think Charlotte might take it. I think it's a way to keep her happy, and I think they just needed somebody to compete with Charlotte, so that's why they gave it to Ronda to come, not
But
Russia to come back, but Russia to come back.
But this is a question I gotta ask you though. If you're gonna put the belt on Ronda, right?
Hmm.
Is it really good for your ratings? If you really look for ratings,
Yeah, she just can't talk. That's the issue. Like the
you
last
know.
promo that she did, it was just like you just messed it up. I feel like if she didn't mess up on her last promo last Friday, I feel like But I don't know. If she had a Paul Heyman, if she got treated like Brock Lesnar, that'd be perfect. But she just can't talk. That's the only flaw for her.
But you think there's another manager that could supply that role instead of Paul Heyman? Because I feel like Paul
MVP,
Heyman gets used for everything.
MVP.
Ah, that's different.
That's
I
the
want
only
to
one.
know.
Either MVP or the guy. Is not Michael Bivens. So I think he's from Diamond Mine. The
Okay.
one was Roderick Strong. That's the only one I could think of. There's really not too many managers in WWE, so I feel like it's a slim pickings for managers for Ronda Rousey. But
Yeah,
so we
I
got
agree with
both.
you.
So we got both Charlotte Flair. Let's see what happens. Should be interesting. So next we have for the Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch against Bianca Belair.
I'm I'm going with Bianca on this because they did her dirty with the 20-second to 30-second match. So I think she deserves this title, honestly.
I think I'm gonna go Becky, but my only caveat that I've seen, I'm not. It's not like my own idea, but I've heard this in other podcasts and other wrestling talks and stuff. I think Bianca might lose her hair. So I don't know if it's gonna be cut or something, but now we know her for her hair. That was like the thing that made her distinguished for like for NXT, kind of like the whip and everything. She don't need it anymore. I feel like it's not a handicap, but it's just like it's her thing that made her different. So I felt like her not rebranding, but her
But
losing
this is
her
my
hair.
question to you, though, right? Let's
Mhm.
say they end up cutting their hair and everything. Why is EST or Bianca Belair? Why there's need to be a rebranding for her? There's so many other wrestlers that deserve rebranding. I don't think she deserves rebranding, though.
I feel like that's a way for her to not turn heel, but be different. Because I
Oh,
feel like you know what I'm saying. Like we've seen her the same way since she started.
oh,
So
I don't know, man. I have no clue. I do. Do you want? Do you even consider Becky a heel? To be honest with you, I
um
don't even consider
no,
Becky a heel.
no, but I feel like we need to see another dimension of Bianca Belair. I feel like the way that she's going right now, she reached the peak. So I think it's just like, yeah,
I just feel like John Cena. We could have said this for John Cena. I just feel like she could be that ultimate baby space, and you don't really need to change the persona.
I don't know. I feel like I just want to see her like not expand, but see more versatility from her, like more something
Okay.
different.
All
I
right.
feel
You
like
want to see it?
her,
Okay.
like
Makes sense.
because I feel what she has now is good, and her EST cool, and when she was with her husband, when they were in the same brand, that was awesome. But like I don't know, she reached a peak. Like there's something that's like she plateaued for me. Like she's at the top of her game. She's probably like top 3 of that division, but like she needs something to like bring it to another level. Like how Becky evolved throughout the time. Same thing with Charlotte and everybody. Like the four horsewomen like evolved as time went on. I feel like she needs something to like push her to like another level.
All right. So, are you trying to put Bianca like within the top three wrestlers, female wrestlers in the company? Is-
I would,
Would
yeah,
that excel her to that point if she was to go through this character change?
yeah. I feel like she could if she just makes her like, for example, even for let's say like if it was like anime, whatever, like Dragon Ball Z, you know how Goku gets to a point, then he loses, then makes it to another level. Like he needs that like kind of like taken that from a pedestal to like be better. So I feel
Okay.
that's what she needs to be like. Not she lost in 36 seconds, whatever. But like I feel like she needs a little extra to like push her over.
Okay. Well, I get your point. I get your point. Definitely. I
But
definitely get your point.
I've heard that people, it's been people saying that she might lose her hair. I feel like that it's good. That's a good gimmick for her. Like that's her identity. But I feel like she not rebranding, but like I don't know, something different. Not chop it off completely, but more
No, I
manageable.
understand
Because
definitely.
it is a weapon or like something for her to use, but it's also a handicap because people use it against her too. So like if maybe she got maybe shorter hair or like a different hairdo, maybe that can be a handicap used against her.
Probably. You're
Yeah,
absolutely right. I don't know until it actually
I
happens.
know.
So yeah, I agree with your standpoint though.
All right. So the next match we have is so we have I know Kevin Owens they haven't had nothing to like at first for WrestleMania. Then he kept digging and digging to going against Stone Cold. Do you think that we're gonna see a match, or is it gonna be similar to what we did a couple of years ago for Undertaker and John Cena situation?
This is what I've been hearing a lot. I was hearing a lot of busted open, and they was talking about how if Stone Cold was to wrestle, then it's definitely gonna be like a main event type status for
Mhm.
WrestleMania, and any match after this match will definitely lose its value or loses its energy. However, I think they should not do a match for this. I just think they don't.
Yeah, I think it might be similar to like the Undertaker thing. Like he might just show up, do his thing, and then like get out. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah. I don't see Stone Cold wrestling. I don't think he's like The Rock for me. Like if Rock was to appear, I expect him to wrestle because he's in physical shape to do that. With Stone Cold, I don't think he's on that type of time, and his attitude doesn't really need to be a match. It really needs to be a beer and a stunner,
yeah,
and I think that'll be straight with me,
yeah.
honestly.
But I think I feel like since we haven't seen Stone Cold in a while, I know he's about on Twitter and some other stuff, but I like that Kevin Owens been carrying this feud all the way through, and I like the last thing he was like mocking him. Everybody, he kind of souped up everybody when he dressed up like Stone Cold, even though he looked a little bit similar to him. But I think it was a good thing. I think this might be similar to the John Cena um Undertaker situation.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
All right, so up next we have Sheamus and his boys. Butch that they ruined Pete Dunne, but Sheamus and his boys against the New Day. This match originally was supposed to be all three New Days against Sheamus's 3-on-3, but unfortunately, Big E suffered an injury, so now it's gonna be two against two, but I think it might be 2 against 3. Um, Unfortunately, I think this is gonna be we're not gonna see as you see in the picture. I don't think King Woods kept the King Woods situation. I think they have it on WWE.com as Xavier Woods. So I don't know if he lost his the crown or whatever, but he lost his like title. But I think Sheamus and his boys might finally get a WrestleMania win for this one.
And I agree with you. I feel like this match is definitely like a filler.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're good wrestlers. All of them are good wrestlers. I just think just WWE just put them as a filler and just really have something there to provide and just make sure something is delivered. And New Day can deliver on that aspect. And Sheamus is a good wrestler as well. And then you have the so-called dude that hurt
Yeah.
Big E's neck,
Rich Holland.
but
He's a little dangerous. He's a good wrestler, but I don't know. Like he's done it before. To Johnny Gargano, Rich Holland, when he did I think it was a belly to belly or like over the head suplex. He almost hurt Johnny Gargano and Big E. We saw on TV. So he's just a little dangerous. I don't know if it was just like he couldn't hold them or whatever technique and stuff, but it was a little tough. But
to me, this is just me not even knowing the guy and just seeing him on TV. I feel like as though it's like I'll give you the good example for this. It's like if a football player was to play basketball.
yeah.
I just feel like as though WWE likes to go for guys that are like kind of in that
Mhm.
aspect. It's just like they're not bad people. We're not calling them bad, but I just feel like you're just a little bit too rough for your own good type of thing. And you just
True.
gotta know it's more of a dance situation when it comes to WWE and just with these wrestlers. It's not even though it is athletic in its own right. It's
Mhm.
more really coordination and how you really deliver on the moves. And I just feel like he's just that football player in the basketball world.
Yeah,
Type of
and
thing.
that's the thing. He wasn't that bad. I don't know if it's like a different style, but I know he came from NXT UK,
Okay.
and I don't know if they train differently or it's more like not hardcore, but like how Japan has strong style, so maybe it's a like
Yeah, it's more
European strong
physical.
style.
Yeah, like a more
So
physical.
maybe he just needs to learn finesse or something. I don't know,
Yeah.
but he's big enough to. Well, Big is a big dude too, so it's a little tough to throw him over. But I don't know. It was a tough situation, but I think without Big E, I don't think they get the win. If Big E would have been like 100% or at least recover from injury fully and be able to participate, I feel like they could take it. But I think Sheamus is winning
But
this
this
one.
is my thing, right? So we can, you and me can say that New Day is definitely Hall of Fame tag team. We could definitely say that.
Mhm.
What is WWE doing every time when it comes to WrestleMania time to make them to a team? After WrestleMania is over, they get departed. Can you explain that to me?
I feel like it's not marketing, but I feel like it's more how you call it? Because each of them this year, each of them had their moment. So we had Coffee Mania like 2 years ago, basically before COVID, he had his moment.
Yep, yep.
Xavier Woods didn't get his moment until last year that he won King of the Ring. Then Big E basically won the WWE Championship, I think 2 times. And so everybody individually, I feel like when they split them, they have plans for them to get a push individually.
True.
And
Which is
also
true.
you could sell more stuff if they get split, because then Big E could sell his shirts or merchandise by himself at the same time doing like the Bootios or whatever. Then Xavier getting King of the Ring, that's new merchandise on top of the big New Day. So it's like, I feel it's like marketing rather than having plans for them individually. Like they do have plans for them, but I feel it's all about the money.
Of course, and I think this WrestleMania would definitely be Xavier Woods' moment. Unfortunately, it's
Yeah.
just put in a filler type of role for WrestleMania. But
Yeah, I
this would
feel like
definitely
this
be his
one,
moment.
if what is it? I don't think I would prefer, if I was booking it, I would put Rich Holland and Pete Dunne and Sheamus outside rather than having, I think Pete Dunne might be in the outside. Because I feel like Rich Holland and Pete Dunne, they don't need to prove themselves, but like I feel like we want to see more. I would like to see more of them rather than Sheamus, because we know what Sheamus could do. The only thing he hasn't accomplished is the Intercontinental Championship. That's it.
All right, so this is something nobody ever thought of. So you think somebody will be for the New Day as of right now? Would someone new or like a Hall of Famer or just a different type of wrestler will fill that role just for WrestleMania time, just to make that a 3-on-3?
I think it might be a 2-on-2. It was projected. The plan for this one was supposed to be 3-on-3, but I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be 2-on-2.
Okay.
And I think what I have here, yeah. So I think what they have planned is Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus and Rich Holland. I feel like that those two are not too much for Woods, basically New Day. I feel with them two, they're gonna beat them. They've done it before. I feel like if it'd be more competitive and just to see one more like Butch or Pete Dunne that we know him as NXT, I would either prefer to see Pete Dunne and Rich Holland, or Pete Dunne and Sheamus, rather than the two big guys. It's just, I don't know. It'll be
But
a little bit better
no,
match.
I agree with you, and I just feel like because you're just a die-hard wrestling fan, you will want that. But I just think as a casual person and just the
Yeah,
casual eyes to catch
throw
in
Sheamus.
WrestleMania
Yeah,
time, yeah, you gotta throw Sheamus in there.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was. Let's see what happens. I know. I think Xavier was injured. He came back. I know he's been doing G4, so everybody will get a WrestleMania moment. So which is
Yeah,
good
of
for
course. I hope
all
this proves
five.
me wrong. Yeah, I hope this match proves me wrong.
So up next we have basically the boys versus the family. We have the Mysterios versus the Miz and Logan Paul. Uh, I, uh, eh,
Unfortunately, I don't know why they do this to Rey Mysterio and even this to his son like this, but
yeah,
there will be another filler match. But
yeah.
I think what should happen, I think the Miz should win this with Logan Paul in order for this feud between his son and Rey Mysterio to work with Dominik and Rey.
Yeah, I feel this could lead for them to break up. I would like them to break up. I mean the Mysterios. Um, I don't know how it would happen. I feel like if they lose, they will have to break up. The
But this is
Mysterio.
my thing. To be honest with you, I don't
Because
see
Dominic could be
Dominik.
like he'd be heated. He's like, really, we lost against somebody that's not a wrestler, and like Dominic will get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right, and I agree with you on that. My only problem is if let's say Dominik does go heel,
mhm.
he better deliver as a heel because I feel like his job will be on the line if he doesn't do a good job as a heel.
Yeah. But I feel like the things that might be in the works, because I know that they're getting more people over and stuff, and probably moving people from NXT over. I wouldn't mind seeing Dominic in Legado del Fantasma,
That's true.
because
I would do
be
that.
under Santos Escobar's like wing, to be like, all right, now you're under like my tutelage. Then
Yeah, I think
so
that
we
would
could
be
have
much
another
better.
like now
Yeah,
we could have another Eddie and like Rey Mysterio situation or something like that. You know what I'm
I,
saying? Like,
I think that would be great. Actually,
yeah,
like if Dominic was just to go to a different mentor, and then the dad be like, "What you doing?" but still have his kind of like baby face ish to him. I think
yeah,
that'd be great.
yeah. That it should be this. I feel like it's another filler match. I think they try to capture. I don't think they're gonna capture what we had for Bad Bunny last year. I don't think we're gonna get with Logan Paul. I feel the Bad Bunny situation was good, and I feel like it was marketed correctly, and I feel like him being with Damian Priest, he got somebody that could like back him up. I feel like the Miz and him are the same size. I think the Miz got more experience in the ring, but it's just like it's not the same.
Yeah.
So I feel like they might try to target Logan Paul because of the Twitch and the YouTube thing, so people might see what he does, and also like the boxing situation. But I don't think it's gonna. For me, it's not gonna meet the same expectations as we had, for example, with Mike Tyson back in the day, with Carmelo. We had like with Bad Bunny. I feel like it's not gonna be the best showing. I think night 2 will have more people that are not wrestlers wrestling, and I think we might have a better showing than what the Miz and Logan Paul might give
Yeah,
us.
and I don't blame WWE for really taking the status where Logan Paul is and his brother at the moment and just really using that to benefit them to get more viewers. So
yeah, I
it
think
doesn't
because
hurt.
I feel they should have done something with Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, because I think was it Logan Paul that got stunned? No, either MGK or Logan Paul that Kevin Owens did a stunner on. I think it was Logan Paul.
I think
So
it was Logan.
I would have preferred Kevin Owens working with him rather than Miz, but I don't know. I think since they have Cleveland, Ohio vibes, they're both from the same area, so maybe they,
Of
be
course.
cool with each other. But up next, it's gonna be I think an interesting match. I want to see your perspective on this one. We have Seth Rollins versus a mystery person.
I want to. You want me to go first?
So who do you think it's this mystery person?
Whew. It's two people. I have two people.
Okay.
We could go with the obvious. Obvious rumor would be Cody Rhodes, which I'm a big fan of Cody Rhodes. I don't care what nobody says, but it can either be Cody Rhodes, but someone that has been under the radar and been doing a lot of promo lately, Mustafa Ali. And I was thinking it could probably be Mustafa Ali. And a lot of people might be disappointed on that decision, but I think that's what Mustafa Ali might need in order for people to be like, oh shit, I'm recognizing the type of person he is now. Or I can actually see his excellence and his talents on the ring. I think he needs something like that, honestly.
True. I would have to agree with the same. I'm thinking of somebody like out of nowhere that has like because I was like, oh, maybe this would have been perfect if let's say everybody was healthy and perfect and stuff. I would have liked to see, like, if it was a perfect world, Triple H against him for his last match, like his retirement match. But unfortunately, he's he can't wrestle. That's why he retired. But if in a perfect world would have been nice, him basically like the mentor, the teacher against the student.
Of course.
And Triple H having his last match at WrestleMania. But I think it's Cody, because I think he signed. Or Mustafa. I think Mustafa Ali as well. He needs that. I'm thinking about somebody else, but like, I don't think no NXT people. I would like to see, like, Walter would have been nice.
Oh no, it could be what's his name? Gable.
Gable,
No, not Chad Gable. Oh my God, Stevenson.
That would have been, yes.
I think that might be Stevenson.
That would have been a good WrestleMania moment.
I think that would be Stevenson, honestly. And to be honest, I'm going probably off topic, but Cody Rhodes should be saved for night 2. Let him be saved.
I think he should. I feel like if we don't have Cody here, the first night after Monday after like the Raw after WrestleMania.
I agree with you. Let's be real. Besides Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey, who else is going to give you really that superstar status that's not really WWE created? Or I think Cody Rhodes, even though he was, don't get me wrong, I feel like his career
he wasn't really
started.
I don't feel he was created. I feel like he was Stardust. That was a flop. When he was the guy with the mustache, a flop. With the face mask.
Oh, don't hate the flop. The mustache one. Oh my Lord,
he was a great IC title, but like excellent Intercontinental Champion. But I feel like he has done more outside than what he's done.
That's 100%. And I feel like that's when his career started as the American Nightmare, literally.
So, but yeah, Stevenson would be nice. Because he retired from NCAA after winning, I think, the second time. So that would be a good first, like, That wouldn't be too bad. He'd be like throwing in kind of the Rock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey situation. That'd be good. And Mustafa Ali. I know there's been tweets of him practicing and stuff, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Because I don't think nobody from NXT that like if Walter wasn't in I think Walter has a match. I don't think we'll see him over here. And there's really nobody else. Like Finn Balor, meh. It would be a good match, but it was just like, okay. There's really nobody else. Not Braun Strowman, Braun Breaker, he's busy with Dolph Ziggler, so I don't know.
Yeah. No rush. Like I'm just saying, just you want to go for the spectacular, you will go for Cody Rhodes. If you want someone to really prove a point, that's Mustafa. If you really want to just be like, you want to go out of the box and people be like, who is this guy? You probably not really for the casual people to really know this guy, but you want someone to really show their skills will be Stevenson. So it just matters what you want.
True. So up next we have a SmackDown Championship match, Tag Team Championship, the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. They can't lose the title.
I think we're both in agreement here. If they lose the titles, then we know Roman's losing the title.
Yeah.
I just think
I feel like, and for me, I wish they like listen to us or like us as WWE Universal like people. Like you have the perfect thing going on. If Solo Sikoa, the Usos brother, wins it on Saturday afternoon, he becomes a North American champion. The Usos retain, and Roman. We'll talk about that later on. But Roman takes it, then you have basically the whole family with titles.
that'll be the illest story ever. I think that would be the illest story. I think
I feel like
everybody
they need like a female. They had I don't think Tamina will get a championship, but if they have another like someone
Tamina got married though.
Yeah, well, she got her title on her ring, but they they missed opportunity with Nia Jax and stuff. They could have had that, but if Solo Sikoa, that'd be cool because you have basically the lineage of everybody, like the cousins and the brothers winning the.
This is my thing. I'll bring it up later. I'll save it for later, but
Yeah.
I want to give you a hypothetical and see if you agree with it.
So we both agree on the Usos.
Yeah, I don't even need to talk much. It's just sad just seeing my boy Shinsuke Nakamura being put to this level.
Yeah, he was just put on ice. Like Rick Boogs, I think, has become what I've seen of SmackDown a little bit more popular than Shinsuke.
This is what I'm talking about.
McAfee hypes him up, but
if you use the Usos and then New Day, that wouldn't be a filler match. But I feel like as though they should. I don't even want to put Shinsuke in this moment, but if you put Shinsuke and then you have this guy right here, and then you have Sheamus and then Ridge, I think his name is, and then and all that, I think it makes more of a sense for a match. But I understand they gotta give it different people shine. So
yeah,
understand.
And I think the last match for night 2, which I feel like we've seen this before. It's gonna be Drew McIntyre versus Corbin.
Drew McIntyre. I don't even need to talk about this. Can we not talk about this?
Like we've seen this already, but I feel they need it. I would say as a spectator, I don't care about this match. I would say financially for them, good for them that they made it to the card. I don't know if they're gonna be an opener or whatever, but I feel like if they make it to the pay-per-view, they get royalties and all that, fun stuff on the back end. But I think the last pay-per-view we had what is it, Matt Moss against McIntyre. Then now this one, McIntyre, he has to win. He can't. If he loses, it's not gonna be good, especially at WrestleMania.
I have nothing to say. If Drew don't win, then I got nothing to say. I go for Drew for this one.
All right, so we're halfway there. So that was night 1. So night 2 we have. Let's give me 1 second. Okay.
Of course, this is the best night.
So night 2, WrestleMania, we have. It's gonna be. I think night 2 might be better. I think night 1 has technically better matches for me. Night 2 has more superstar power.
Yep, it'll always be like that, unfortunately.
So for the first match, we have Sami Zayn against Johnny Knoxville in anything goes match. So it's kind of like a free for all. Like Uh,
It's gonna be a fun match to watch
yeah.
because you just want to see Johnny Knoxville get hurt.
I think honestly, I think Johnny Knoxville might win this one out
It could go either way.
because I
No matter
feel
what.
like he's gonna get his boys probably from Jackass to help out. So it's gonna be like 6 boys, like him and 5 of his boys against Sami Zayn. I know Sami Zayn's a trained wrestler and stuff, but he might get outnumbered.
I think Sami Zayn is gonna win this one. But honestly, it could go either way. It doesn't hurt anybody. I don't think it hurts anybody.
Because I feel like this match could have been during their movie when they came out. I think that was like 2 pay-per-views ago. They could have squashed this out, but you know, they get a WrestleMania moment, so it's good for them. So up next, I think I'm looking forward for this one. It's gonna be Austin Theory against Pat McAfee.
I think this match will definitely be the best celebrity match. Don't get me wrong. I think Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn will be up there as well because it's a 4 counts anywhere, and Johnny Knoxville's willing to do anything.
Yeah.
Just pure off of skill, I think this will be the best celebrity match, though.
Yes, I agree.
And I think with this one, I think they got to give it to Austin Theory because I think WWE is trying to make him to the next best thing. So
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna use the same mindset or train of thought that you have, but I think McAfee will win it because I think when he went for, I don't know if he won the last one when he won against Adam Cole in NXT, but I feel like Pat McAfee, win, lose or draw for McAfee doesn't hurt him, but I feel like him losing, Austin Theory losing would remove him from like Vince McMahon, so now he could go solo. So he already got enough rub or like wrestling thing with Vince McMahon or like his tutelage. I feel like now he's able to fly solo, and I feel like this will be a chip on his shoulder to be like to not excel, but like that might him losing. But I feel Pat McAfee, I think he might pull it off.
I think this match has a lot more to do with Austin Theory rather than Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
It can go either way, but I just think it would benefit more if Austin Theory won.
Because imagine Rumble when I know it's a banned move now, but Rumble the RKO, not RKO, but Randy Orton used to do the punt. So imagine Pat McAfee just kicks him, just like punt him, like done, like you know what I'm saying? Like he does like people not sleep on McAfee, but it's just like he got for not being a performer, he got moves.
Oh, of course he does.
So,
and I just think with his style and his energetic style or the person he is, I don't think a punt would be his type of move. I think it would be something off the turnbuckle. They try to get a wow factor.
And I know I don't want to go back to our thing, but kind of just to add on to the 91 Seth Rollins thing, the one person that came to my head, how about Shane McMahon? That's another one. I think he got re-signed, so he's it could be another.
I love Shane McMahon. I feel like Shane McMahon. Don't put Shane McMahon in the main event card. I would never say that, but like Shane McMahon would be perfect for these type of matches. Literally.
All right, so then our next one we have. I'm kind of this one hurts me, but Bobby Lashley against Omos. I don't want neither to lose personally, but I feel they should never cross path. Because if Bobby Lashley loses, it hurts him more than Omos losing. And you're trying to, especially now, you're building up Omos. So I feel like this was a tough matchup. I think it might end in a DQ. So it's like they could continue maybe, I guess, one more week, but I just don't want Bobby Lashley to lose.
Bobby Lashley's going to win. They're going to try to recreate the Hulk Hogan type Andre the Giant moment with this one.
Okay. But how do you think he's just probably lose by? He's gonna win probably by a spear because I don't think he's gonna reach.
Not even a spear. They want to show Bobby Lashley's strength, and I think they want to showcase that. Say it again.
Do you think he's gonna do a dominator or something, or like what? How do you think that match is gonna end?
Probably like a body slam. I just feel like the body slam is the way to get like, wow, someone picked almost off the floor, and just a regular move. I think just to showcase that to be like, okay. This Bobby Lashley's are the powerhouse of WWE. Even though Brock Lesnar is that, I just think Brock Lesnar is leaving after WrestleMania, so they're gonna have that new powerhouse showcase, and that would be Bobby Lashley. So
it's gonna be an interesting match. Just big guy. Almost the only thing for me almost is just he just needs to improve a little bit and like talking, like cutting promos, but he got the size, he got some skill for a 7-footer. He could move. It's
Yeah.
just a talking. I feel like if he would have been teamed up with Apollo Crews, would have been perfect instead of the Captain Estes. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like they both might be from like a similar background, and Apollo could be the mouth, like the speaking role, and he still could wrestle. Same thing what AJ Styles was, and almost could be the big guy, and they could team up and stuff. But I like that they push him, by himself solo, and he's still undefeated, so he might.
Yeah, and I like Almost as a person. I think he's a cool dude. I just think this moment for him is a make or break it as well, because after WrestleMania, what it looks like in the history of WWE, if you're not Big Show, then you're definitely gonna get cut within a couple of years. I just hope they utilize him in a good way. So
true. All right, so what we got next? So our next match is gonna be a triple threat match for the Raw Tag Team title. So we have RK Bros versus Street Profits between against Team Alpha.
I'm going.
Alpha Academy. Sorry. What's up?
Not okay. I'm going with Street Profits.
This one it's tough because it's a triple threat. So like, definitely not Alpha Academy.
No, because I think they're gonna try to use Chad Gable with Stevenson of some sort. So
do you think this will cause them to break up or add Stevenson to the mix?
Probably that or with Braun Breaker. I don't know.
No,
but it's
not Braun Breaker.
All right, so it would be Chad Gable then. Okay,
yeah.
I
wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Alpha Academy will be nice with like and kind of not do a trios thing, but like how New Day's 3, not Rich Holland. So add Stevenson to the mix, and even Stevenson could go solo like for single titles, and they could rotate amongst them 3 for title like tag teams if they want.
Of course,
that'd be a good thing. But I will go. Street Profit. Yes, Street Profit because I like Icon Bros and they're good together, but I want to see Randy solo. I feel like they had nothing for Randy this year, so that's what they put him with Riddle, which helped Riddle out, and also because it's tag team, it helped Randy body wise, so it's extended his shelf life. So I feel like them losing at the end, we could see RKO going.
No, I agree with you definitely. I just feel like Arcade Bro was really during the times. So what I mean by that, it was really great for 2001, 2022. I think after WrestleMania, I just think it's done. So
yeah, so they could get a WrestleMania moments of Street Profit with the title. They could start a new year.
They deserve it. Yeah, they've been there longer than enough. I think they deserve it definitely.
All right, so up next we have. This is gonna be a little crazy, but we have Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley against Queen Selena and Carmella versus Sasha Banks and Naomi and Shayna Baszler and Natalia. And that basically is gonna be a Fatal 4 tag team. It's too many people for this.
Okay, but I feel like this match is great for a Saturday night. But okay,
yeah. I like what they do with the Liv Morgan and Rhea, but it's not their time yet. I think we're gonna get a reboot of Team Bad, and they will be the new women's tag team title holders. So Naomi and Sasha Banks.
honestly, all the people I see in here, it could go either way. I'm not gonna even pick. It could go either way. I'll be happy. Besides, they're gonna be a new champion. So let's say,
so now Selena and Carmella, they're not working out. Okay.
I think there's gonna be a new champion. It could go either way. I'll be happy with it. It doesn't hurt. Probably hurts Naomi and Sasha Banks more than anybody else.
Yeah.
But it could go either way.
Yeah, because I don't think Naomi has won it. Sasha has won it with Bailey.
Yeah.
But I feel like it basically single competitors going tag team. It helps their body. Like it kind of like it's tougher because you're competing more frequently, but it's half the load of carrying a whole match. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this eases Sasha back into the rhythm and also Naomi back into like championship contenders and also like holding a title and competing. So that's why I'm picking them. And also like they had the Team Bad situation when Sasha first came over from NXT, and that was never like that story was never finished. So I feel like it's a good reboot for what they have, and also they could bring back Tamina, and that could help them out.
You trying to go for a surprise factor or just the right choice? What you trying to go for?
I think both. I think it's gonna be them two because I feel like they're trying to do. If I was booking it, the Natalia and Baszler is more like a not a card game, but like one is a Queen of Spades and the other one's Queen of Hearts. You know what I'm saying? Like it's their gimmick. It's kind of like set in stone. And with the other title, they're okay. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, not yet. They're a good team and they kind of got along with each other, but I feel they're not there yet. So I feel the only team left over it's Naomi and Sasha Banks.
I could go either way. I agree with you on everything. It could go either way for me.
All right, and we got two more matches. So this is the match that everybody's kind of like made like dream match. It's Edge against AJ Styles.
I think this show would definitely be the steal of WrestleMania. I feel like this show will, or this match will. That's my fault. Um, this doesn't hurt Edge as much as it hurts AJ Styles, so I think AJ Styles should win this one.
Yeah, and I
But
feel
keep the feud going after that because it's a good feud.
yeah, I feel like, and also now we had like a new version of Edge. He was able to go back to the Brood when he was like with Gangrel. Now, like he's like a not a maniac, but like it something's a switch went off. So now we got to see a new version of Edge. But AJ Styles, I feel like he needs to win by.
This is however, my fault to interrupt, but I feel like whoever wins this match will definitely put you in a position to be the number one competitor to number one challenger to the new like Universal Championship. So this match will really determine it. So,
I feel like for me, I would like to see AJ Styles win by. I would like submission, but it's gonna be something like it's gonna be probably the Clash of Styles on the probably third rope because he normally does it from the second. I don't think it's gonna be the forearm, the phenomenal forearm, either submission or the uh, Clash of Styles. But yeah, Edge doesn't like he got his run, it was good, but like AJ needs him more than Edge.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't expect Edge to be a full timer either way. So I just feel like it's gonna benefit more AJ Styles for his career even though he is a Hall of Famer. I just feel like as the WWE superstar, this would benefit AJ Styles more than Edge will. So
all right, and the final one to culminate night 2 is gonna be Brock Lesnar, the WWE champion, against Roman Reigns with the Universal Championship. And whoever wins, this is going to be a unification title. So winner takes all. So I don't know if it's going to be they're both going to carry both titles, or they're going to make. I would like them to bring back the big gold. That'd be nice, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I know.
Think,
oh my gosh! Like the gold. Yes, please.
You know what I'm saying? Like
dude,
drop him. But the only thing I could see it going either way. However, because basically the end goal for this whole Roman Reigns situation is we want Rock 2023 WrestleMania, the one that's in LA. So we basically want Roman against Rock, the Rock, and that's the match we've been building to. If Roman wins, he has to carry the load of both shows, not for another year, but another 360 something days. And his reign will be over 800 days. I don't know. And Brock Lesnar win as Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm picking the tribal chief. I have to.
I'm in agreement with that. I don't see, and this is the only reason why. This is the only reason I don't see Brock Lesnar wrestling on Backlash.
Okay.
I just don't. So I just think he's the type of guy you want to bring during WrestleMania time to get some ticket sales and get some views in. But after that, I don't think he's gonna stay. If you're gonna call Brock Lesnar, do it around WrestleMania time. So
either that or SummerSlam or something, or like
exactly,
one of the big four,
or Royal Rumble too, or the Super Show.
This I think because if Roman wins, he becomes dual champion and takes over. Basically, everybody has to bow down to the chief. But the thing is going to be tough. It's for him not really to carry the show or both shows, but continue winning year round. It's going to be, for me, I think it's going to be tough. I don't think he might lose it throughout, like, once between now to next WrestleMania. I think he might maybe lose it once and take it again. But going for 800 days straight is gonna be tough. I know I think they had a list. I saw a thing of the top 5 champions. I think it's like Bob Backlund had it for like 5 years. Hulk Hogan, Bruno Sammartino. I know Roman's up there because now I think he's over. I think almost 500 days.
Damn.
But another 3 days, another 300 days is gonna be 365 days. Is gonna be tough. But I would like to. So I definitely Roman Reigns winning. But just to finish off the show, I think The Rock has to show up.
Yeah, I agree with you. If you want to continue the storyline, yeah, definitely.
So either I don't know if it's a promo or something or whatever, but like I feel like we need to see something.
I just feel like the actual story with Roman is amazing. Mm-hmm. The road that Brock Lesnar took to get to this moment just doesn't make sense to me. Like the story wise,
the one that messed it up was Eliminated Chamber was the thing for me that messed it up. I know Lashley got hurt, and that's why he kind of like broke off the cage. But that's the only thing. The Elimination Chamber, the story wasn't finished there. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't beat everybody because in theory, like you know what I'm saying? Like I know he got hurt, he got disqualified, but but Brock is Brock, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a good match. But
how many excuses are we gonna make? As I know we're gonna people are gonna still support WWE, but how many excuses are we gonna give Brock Lesnar to these moments? And that's my thing. I love Brock Lesnar, like as the character and as a person, I love the guy, and I just feel like as though he's just being privileged to these moments. And there's people, I get it. You probably have to be a superstar in these other companies in order for you to be a main event guy in WWE. However, it just sucks knowing that he's been put in these positions, especially in the main event in WrestleMania. And I know you can name 10 wrestlers that are deserving of that spot. I know, probably not 10, probably like 6 to 7. And that's deserving of that spot. And we know what they're doing it for, but at the same time, it's like, like how many times are we gonna deal with it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I truly believe Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns will be a sellout main event.
Yeah, I feel like you lost some of the like luster for me personally for Drew McIntyre. He's good. But I feel like instead of like a losing streak, I feel like he's been regressing a little bit. I feel like he needs to wait to they need to make a way for him to like propel back up to the top. But I feel like he's stuck in like going against Matt Moss and King Corbin, against Corbin. So it's like, I feel like he needs better quality or more quality matches rather than what he's getting. I know he's been hurt and things going on, but it's,
And I understand your point. I just use Drew McIntyre as an example. But it's
I feel like there's only one at the moment. Him, AJ Styles, we really didn't get, sort of. We did, but not really. Finn Balor against Roman. Because I know he was the first Universal. He dropped it, and when he came back, he had to, he had to lose. But
this is the thing, my fault, not to interrupt you. No. But this is the prediction I had before, and this is why I saved it for this moment. I think when Roman beats Brock Lesnar, because I think that's what's going to happen, this is when Cody comes into the picture, and then you have really the story of the bloodline is with the family, the Dream family, of that bloodline with Dusty Rhodes and everything like that, with the actual bloodline with Roman and then the Usos and everything like that.
Who do you think will be with Cody? Because I'm not saying he can't fly solo, but he really can't fly solo. I feel unless Cody, remember back in the day, Cody was with Randy Orton, and I think it was with.
There you go. You just created the legacy. You will
bring back the legacy.
Yes, you will bring back the legacy type of a new form of that, and have that be your versus the bloodline type of thing. Yeah. And I think that makes sense. It has to be the legacy of their family versus the actual bloodline. And I think that's a story that people would actually be interested in.
That'd be an interesting thing. I'm just curious, who else would you like? What legacy left over? Because I feel like not too many second generation. You could probably put Braun Breaker because he's
Yeah.
second generation. I don't want Dominik touching that at all.
No,
Uh,
it's all good.
but Braun Breaker, Randy Orton, Cody
It could be
Rhodes.
any of those. I just think they don't have to be a team. It just got to be a lot of single competitions.
Yeah,
With a lot of the third generation or second generation wrestlers. I
because I
think
feel like
that would
there's not
start to
really
make sense.
there's not too many guys second or third generation wrestlers that are like left behind, and especially WWE. Because I feel Braun Breaker is the only one. Dominik, Legado Fantasma, but he be the odd man out from the group. There's really nobody. What's
But
this guy's name?
you want to.
Umberto and the other guy too, but I did not.
Yeah, true. And I don't expect none of them to really get to that spot. However, the person that you have that's really, if you want to strike when it's hot, is Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to touch that storyline with Legacy versus Bloodline with them too. And that would be your backlash, your backlash type of main event, at least.
Yeah. And I feel like if that happens, or at least we get Cody for backlash, I'm definitely going to the Providence one.
Yes, I'll be there right with you. So
but yeah, no, so these are our predictions for WrestleMania. I hope you guys enjoy them. I know we'll post more stuff online on our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube on Providence Lucha Talk. Our predictions for this one, this will be posted as well as like the pictures. And also I'd probably send you the stuff for probably for the week, just so you could see the stuff that's going on. The other matches, the same thing with Stand and Deliver. Mainly we wanted to focus on WrestleMania because it's like the main show.
of course.
They also have a Stand and Deliver on Saturday. I think it's a 1. And they have a couple of good matches, especially Toxic Attraction. They're good. And we had a couple of people on the last I think yesterday, Tuesday, a couple of matches going on. But the other shows that the other companies are doing, they're gonna be good, especially Ring of Honor, and as well as NWA and Impact. There's gonna be good matches, especially this whole week. This is the wrestling Super Bowl of the year.
Definitely, it's the Rolling Loud of wrestling right here. Here's a question. For you before we end it. Out of 10, what are you gonna give this WrestleMania night? Just offer prediction or offer estimate. Out of 10, what you think the show is really looking at the match cards and everything all set at the moment? What are you gonna give it out of 10?
I would say night 2 will elevate night 1.
Yeah, of course.
I think based on our predictions and what we've seen for matches and stuff, I think it would be a 7. Because I don't think there's nothing. Because if you think about it, I know they're focusing on the big stories and stuff, but we're not getting, so far, to my knowledge and what I've seen on the websites and stuff, we're not getting a IC title match. We're not getting a US title match. So basically, who's the IC title? Ricochet's not in a match. Finn Balor's not in a match. So I don't know.
Crazy to me.
So I don't know if they're gonna be like a pre-show or something, but that's basically you have 2 titles are not being utilized. And there's really nothing besides like the Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Edge, and AJ Styles, and what's another one that I could think of? I don't know. There's probably like 3 matches that are like the matches that will help out, but besides that, it's like the women's matches, okay, and all the fillers are okay. There's nothing spectacular, even though it's the most stupendous WrestleMania. I don't think it's not gonna meet for me expectations.
But I feel like
I feel like for me, I will give just for the matches and stuff, I will give a 5 or 6 for night 1, and an 8 to night 2, and that's why I came up kind of with a 7. Like, so night 2 will elevate night 1.
I'm gonna go with this kind of the same score, like 6.5, night 1, and then night 2. The potential of it is like a 6.6 to an 8. Honestly, what will give it a actual like 8.5 to a 9 is if everybody delivers on that night. Honestly, I don't see it being a 10, but it can definitely hit an 8.5 to a 9. So
yeah, so I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a packed show, and I feel they're trying to pull the superstars to come through. So they probably sell, like we have Stone Cold, Edge, and we have the Hall of Fame stuff. So they trying to pull people going through, but I don't know. We definitely have to reconvene probably next week, just to, and we probably bring Jay. I know he's been busy and stuff, but definitely just get a third opinion just to see what he thinks after WrestleMania. Yeah. But definitely thank you for joining in.
No, thank you.
Just to talk. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe to all our social media at Brothers Lucha Talk on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. You can find us. It's up. Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I can't. It's weird. It's acting weird. I don't know.
But yeah, so definitely these are predictions for WrestleMania. Hope you guys like them, and thank you for tuning in, and thank you for jumping in, Frank, and cover for last minute. But I appreciate it. Until the next time, thank you.
Peace.